What's up guys, my name is Armor Teddy and today I will tell you guys how to level up the fastest way possible in patch 7.3.5. So let's begin. First of all, we need to prepare ourselves, so we need either heirlooms or refer a friend. Now they are exclusive, so you don't get the bonus experience from refer a friend and heirlooms together, you just get one or the other. Remember also guys that refer a friend also got nerfed a lot, so nowadays it only gives 50% boost just like the heirlooms, so you can choose either heirlooms or refer a friend and they give the same experience boost, so you guys don't need to worry about both of them. You also guys need heirloom mount, it helps a lot at early levels, especially when you don't have a mount already. It is a reward for collecting 35 heirlooms, so if you've got those you probably get the mount. A lot of people actually forget that they have the mount, so yeah, it's very helpful from level 1 to level 20 when you get your first riding license, so yeah, that's very helpful. After that, what zones do I need to level in? So the fastest, the shortest travel distance, and yeah, the most efficient zones are the first zones after starting one. So for example, Loch Modan, Westfall, Silver Pine Forest, those are really good choices to start your leveling experience, as well as very efficient no matter what level are you between level 1 to level 60, as all the classic zones, remember guys, scale from level 1 to level 60, so you don't need to worry whether you are in Westfall at level 1, I mean maybe not level 1, okay, but at level 10 or at level 50, it doesn't really matter. You also get the proper experience for your level. The mobs or the enemies are your level, so you don't need to worry about low level mobs, and the rewards are also scaled to your level, so it doesn't really matter what zone you're in, it just has to be classic zone. Also remember about this mentality of fast leveling, so you need to pull large amounts of mobs at the same time, use a lot of AoE damage abilities because they just get annihilated very fast. Also remember to choose the proper specialization in your class, remember to choose the proper DPS class, because for example, as a warrior, I started playing warrior very much lately, just after the patch dropped, and I discovered that arms is so much superior to Fury in leveling, because it just deals huge amount of damage in a very short period, and as a Fury warrior I had to like hit mob a lot to just gather this Fury, and then I could use my skills. At low levels I just didn't have many Fury generators, so I actually was stuck at low levels. I just had to pretty much use my auto attacks to to club my mobs, my enemies to death, and that wasn't very enjoyable. So remember guys, choose the proper specialization, the one with the best burst will probably be the best one. Also remember that we have now the questing boards, or whatever you call it, call to arms. Those are in almost all inns or cities, so you can easily find them. They are very easily noticeable, as you can see on the screen right now. And when you click them you get 3 or 4 destinations that you can choose from. They also give you a short description of the zone, and you can straight from this board accept a starting quest that will lead you to the zone and to the first quests in the zone, which is very convenient, especially for new players that don't know where the questing starts in the zone and where to actually begin questing in the proper area. So now we get to level 60, so now from level 60 to 80 we get to choose between Burning Crusade zones and Wrath of the Lich King. I would go with Wrath of the Lich King zones simply because they are far more modern questing experience, they are far more modern zones, they look a lot cooler in my opinion. Of course, opinions may vary, so let me know in the comments below maybe what you think is cooler. But yeah, I would go with Wrath of the Lich King. It has a faster travel time, better looking and better zones for questing in general. The zones I would go for fast questing experience would be Borean Tundra, Dragonblight, Zuldrak, Grizzly Hills, and then top it up with Ice Crown at the end. I would not go with storm peaks because I know they look cool and they have pretty cool story, but they have a lot longer travel times than all the other zones. So yeah, I would just skip that. From level 80 to 90, I would go with Cataclysm zones instead of Pandaria, simply because I think Cataclysm zones are really a lot faster and they have a lot shorter travel times. I would go maybe with like Vashj'ir, Deepholm, and Twilight Highlands and Mon Hyjal. All of those zones are very fast, have very short distances, have a lot of quests, you can get a lot of levels in very short times. Of course, Vashj'ir is a matter of preference. I don't mind swimming, I like the zone itself, I like the lore there, and there is a lot of quests there, so you can very fast level up. But yeah, if you don't like water, then you can skip Vashj'ir as well. I would also not suggest Uldum because it has a lot longer travel times than at all other zones. It also is, I think, a bit more gimmicky, so yeah, I would just skip that. From level 90 to 100, so Warlords of Draenor, yeah, the main thing we have is flying. You need really to fly. Being able to fly in this expansion, it means like a world of difference, honestly. It is so much simpler and so much faster to level up when you have flying there. I know it's usually like that even in the classic zones, but here it's very noticeable. If you have a character that already unlocked flying, you don't really need to do anything because it's account wide, but if you didn't actually unlock flying in World of Draenor yet on any other character, then I would strongly suggest to actually go there and finally complete the Pathfinder achievement to get the flying, because it's account banned. You will have this on all your other characters when you level up them, and you will probably level up at some point, then it will be very useful. Also, don't forget about the elixir that you can get from Garrison. It gives you plus 20 experience points. That's also very nice. I mean, that's like 70% bonus experience from heirlooms and this all together. That's really nice. And then what do we need to do to level fast in World of Draenor? Well, I would go with bonus objectives, quests and treasures. Remember that, guys, that's a holy trio of World of Draenor fast leveling. It's no longer possible to buy the 200% experience points elixir. I mean, you can buy it, but it's ridiculously expensive. So there's the technique that lets you like do 100 in 1 hour no longer exists. But yeah, bonus objectives give a lot of experience, and I see a lot of people skipping them, especially new players that don't know that these actually give huge amount of experience. They are very good way to level up. As also treasures, not a lot of players know that, but treasures give a lot of experience. They are very easy way to increase your experience gain in World of Draenor. And quests. Remember it, guys, in patch 7.3.5 questing will be your main way to go, especially after level 60, because still 60 you can still do a bit of dungeons here and there, especially if you really like it. But yeah, I would still suggest to skip it even to level 60, because it's a lot slower nowadays. I feel that they increase the health of mobs in dungeons very significantly, even compared to leveling experience. Even there the mobs got increased HP, but not as much as in dungeons. Dungeons take a lot more time, people wipe a lot because they are not used to actually mobs doing a lot of damage. And they do, honestly. I did like purging of Stratholm or whatever like yesterday, and we died like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times because the mobs there hurt, and I mean like hurt a lot. If you pull too many at the same time, you will just die. It doesn't matter what tank you are. I don't know, maybe Druid, but I think even a Druid, because it's not like a Legion style Druid yet. You have to level up to get to Legion. So yeah, no matter what, the questing experience is the fastest way to level up in patch 7.3.5. Dungeons, I will give it a big plus for new players altogether to the game, because they will learn their class a lot more, simply because nowadays, for example, boss fights are designed so they get the full duration. from the boss fights, so you can see all the mechanics, you can use all your characters' skills, even the CC ones that weren't used like ever in classic dungeons for very long time. Nowadays they are very useful, honestly. It helped me to stay alive. My group was actually managing to stay alive simply because we were using CC properly. So yeah, learning to do that, learning to polymorph, to paralyze and do fear properly is a way to go nowadays in dungeons. Yes, properly warlocks and mages, you can do that, so don't forget that. So yeah, these are all the tips I have for fast leveling in patch 7.3.5. I think that honestly I talked about everything. I'm currently like trying to remember, maybe I forgot something, but I don't think I did. So if you have anything that maybe you have a tip for players, let me know in the comments below, let your community know. Let's share all the tips that we can get in the comments below. If you have any questions about what I said, or maybe you found something wrong in my guide, then by far let me know in the comments below. I will be very happy. Leave a like and subscribe if you like this video, it helps me out a lot. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!